ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking back hits. Subscribe for things.
Best Spider-Man figure of all time.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Transformers action figure review on the Transformers Generations Studio Series Deluxe class Stinger from Transformers Age of Extinction. If you're trying to get your Studio Series figures, you can do so right now.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
Now, to my knowledge, at the moment, Stinger is sold out at BBTS. I did find this guy at my local Target. I was very happy. I was out with the wife and baby doing some errands, and I just stopped by the Target, and boom, there was Stinger. I was so excited that I found this out in the wild. Originally, I didn't like the idea of them giving us another Stinger, but it has a new mold, so I was like on the fence, and then I saw images online. People were posting about it on Instagram and stuff, and I got jealous, so I was like, okay, now I want it. Anyway, nice image of Stinger on the side. It says Deluxe Class. He's number 2 of the Studio Series. You can see both modes over there. Right here it says big screen inspired, scale detail backdrop, Hong Kong Pursuit, and then you can see the other Deluxe Class figures from this wave. I am getting all of the, I already have the Bumblebee. I am going to get the Crowbar. I am not getting that Ratchet, because why the hell do I want a Deluxe Class Ratchet? I think that's ridiculous. I guess unless you're like a Ratchet completist, but still, man, Deluxe Class Ratchet, come on. Anyway, we get the Autobot symbol right over there, and then on the top we get that sliver window and not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here is Stinger out of the packaging, and my feelings about this figure have gone up and down. It's just changed. Like when I first heard about this figure, I was like, I don't need it, I already have a Stinger figure, and then I saw people posting online and I was like, oh great, now I want it, and then I got it and I was disappointed, but then I was happy again. So a lot of up and downs with this figure, but just looking at this alt mode, it does not look too bad. So let's get a closer look. But first I want to take a look at the little diorama piece that we get with this figure. So number 2, that's Stinger, and he comes with a cardboard backdrop as we've seen with all these other Studio Series figures. We get that little Dutch tilt angle, the Battle of Hong Kong, and you can see explosions and stuff like that. Very cool, right? Kind of. I don't know, not that cool. So here's a close look at Stinger. Finally as a Pagani instead of a Camaro. He was a Pagani in the movie, but the previous version of Stinger that we've gotten from Hasbro in Takara, it was a Camaro. So that is cool that we do get this new automobile. I do like it. It looks great. When was the last time you heard somebody refer to a car as an automobile? Anyway, we get a Decepticon symbol right over there. Nice deco. Then we get these transparent windows looking pretty good, even though I do like it when they have some color to them. And then one of these blades just popped off on me. You can just port these right here at the bottom. I'm going to take them off in a second, but I do want to show off how this figure rolls first. Downside for me with this is I don't like that we could see this red plastic coming through these pegs right here. That does bother me. I would like to paint these black. I don't know. It would have been cool if they used black plastic right there. But looking on the top of it, it does look very cool. I do like it. Very nice looking car, and I do like how these rear view mirrors right here are nice and durable. You know, they do have some flex to them, so that's great. A little bit of gappage right over here, but you know, mostly some really nice clean deco. I do like it. It looks awesome. On the back, it looks really good. Yeah. And then here's looking at the very bottom. So a problem I did have with this figure is that I did have a hard time getting it to roll. But as you can see right here, he rolls just fine. All 4 wheels are moving right there. Zooming out a little bit more, you can see. And that actually impresses me because at first I really had a hard time getting that to work, and I just realized as I was transforming him that it was totally my fault. So I'm going to remove all of these. You can take these off. And these actually don't hinder the roll ability of the vehicle. It rolls just, oh, actually, I could actually feel it does roll a little bit smoother. But, you know, both ways, all 4 wheels are on the ground. So because I'm going to show the transformation going into robot mode and not into vehicle mode, I just want to make the point that it's this peg right here and that peg right there. They have to fully go into their little slots. So you can see there's a little port right there. You want to make sure that that red peg is inside there. This doesn't have an actual slot. There's just an open area right here for that to go into, so you just want to make sure that that is, you know, tucked away in there somehow, and then it'll roll just perfectly fine. So yeah, that's just a little tip for you in case you couldn't get your Stinger to roll. Now to measure out this Stinger figure from the front to the back, he's at about 5 inches across, and then this only stands at about 1.5 inches tall. I hate cheap knockoffs, so I had to compare this to the Bumblebee figure, well, or the Stinger. This is the previous Stinger figure with the Bumblebee body mold, which made sense to me because, you know, he is a clone of Bumblebee, but yeah, he's a Pagani instead. But yeah, you can see that this newer figure is just a little bit shorter, you know, definitely less mass going on, and I didn't want to bring in the cliff jumper because why not? We have all three right over there, you know, so yeah, you can see how they have been getting smaller and smaller over the years. Eventually, I'm gonna like predict 10 years from now, leader class size. And then here's Stinger next to the Age of Extinction Bumblebee, so we have that Bumblebee right there, and you can see that, yeah, the Bumblebee again is a little bit bigger, but you know, they still look like they could be in the same scene together and stuff, right? You know, it's not that much smaller. And then here's Stinger next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. So I do like the transformation on this figure. It's not too difficult and not stupid simple, so you take us away, Bumblebee. Okay, so first thing I like to do is remove the arms, or, you know, separate the arms from the body. So you want to detach from right here, and then we'll go ahead and detach from right over there. And then the arm is connected to the side right here, so we're gonna get this all shifted out of the way like so. Now this side, it does have the arm and cannon all attached right here in one piece, so that's gonna go ahead and move out, and then we can move the head up and then rotate 180, and then move these pieces, kind of want to move this up and up right there, and then you can move the arms all the way out to the side. And then we could bend this in for right now just a little bit so that we can get all those in there. And then we can look at the legs. So you can separate right over here in the very back. Come on. Oh wait, it's not going to separate in the back. Dirt! Sorry. You're going to move the legs downward. There you go. And then this is going to shift up and down, and then shift this up and down. And then this whole piece is going to rotate around. From the top of the windshield forward, it's going to rotate 180. So I like to turn the arms in a little bit so we get some clearance. So just make sure you don't have anything bumping into each other. And then you could rotate that 180 and then click that downward. And then move the arms down here. And then we can get this cannon made by swiveling this 180 degrees and then having that collapse. And then get those arms facing forward. And then we can go ahead and get these shoulder pieces realigned right here and fold that in, get that repositioned, fold that down, move the head up, and then all we really need to do now, is move the toesies out. Gotta remove the toesies. We got some toesies. And then we can start plugging all these pieces in right here. You want them facing inward. We have 4 of them once again. And once we get all that done, we'll now have Stinger all transformed into his robot mode. And this looks pretty good. I don't know why at first I didn't like how this robot mode looked, but now I really do like it. And I went back and checked out some images of Stinger from the film, and I think this is very accurate to how he looked in the movie. So I'm very happy about that. And looking at it from the front over here, it does look pretty sleek, man. So let's get a closer look. So here's looking at the brand new Stinger head sculpt, and it looks great. It looks very film accurate, whereas the previous Stinger figure actually just reused the Bumblebee head, and they, you know, painted it up and changed things around. You could even lift this thing up like how you could with the other one, you know. So that's not Stinger, but yeah, this definitely looks a lot more like Stinger. I think it looks really good. Nice green paint apps. And I do like that black over the top of his head over there. Looks really good throughout. And I think the figure actually looks really nice with this vibrant red color. I do like it. One thing I don't like is this badge that we're seeing right over here. It's pretty gappy, and I always feel like I'm transforming it kind of wrong, but it's, you know, it's not the worst, but it's a gripe, you know, gripes happen. But we get a lot of nice sculpted detail throughout over here. Looks pretty good, and you can see the ratchety joint right there. And then we have the hand. I wish we had a panel or something right here so that we can get the hand just all by itself without this thing blocking it, because from the side it just looks like a big old chunky door, you know. And then looking at the lower torso, looks pretty good. I'm going to get this big old cannon thing that he uses a lot of, you know. One thing I'm curious about is I want to know how many people are army building this figure. I don't know, I'm kind of interested in the idea of army building this guy. I'm probably not going to, just due to space, and you know, it could actually add up pretty fast in money too, so probably won't go that way, but I don't know, kind of a cool idea. If Transformers was all I collected, it would probably be something I'd really consider doing. and you can see right here, even on the back, we get some nice details, and then here's the blades. And then you can actually, you know, remove these and port these on the front of the figure right here on his forearms, so that works out pretty well too, even though I mostly remember seeing him on his back. The legs look really nice, very nice, sleek Stinger legs. And you can see the shocks right over there. That's kind of neat. So you can see the spring and stuff. So yeah, some nice details here in the sculpting and the molding. I do like that. And he does have some nice Stinger toes painted silver. Not looking too shabby. It is a bit gappy or a little bit, you know, empty right here in the very back, but it doesn't really bother me too much. I think this guy looks pretty cool. And you don't want to forget to show off that he does have a little culito right over there. So if you did want to plug in a Figma stand, you can make that happen. Oh, here's a Figma stand. Let's see. Yeah, stuff falls around in the background. But yeah, there you go. You get a Figma stand plugged right in the butt. Now, this guy has some pretty good articulation. One thing I'm going to gripe about are these pieces right over here. Keep wanting to flop around on me. I always have to reposition those. But anyway, you can make his head look up just, I guess, the tiniest bit, you know. It's kind of looking up. He will look down a lot further, though. You get side-to-side motion right here at the head, and you do get some head pivoting. And then you can move the shoulders outward, and then, there goes the blade, and you could rotate the shoulders all the way 360, and then you get an elbow swivel, and it bends 90 degrees at the elbow. That's it for that. No waist articulation, you know, just due to transformation, it all collapses over there. Hips move very far outward, and he can kick forward very high and back a lot, and he has upper thigh rotation, single jointed knee that almost meets the 90-degree mark. Then the ankle or the toes can move down, and they don't really move up, and he has no ankle pivot. Now to measure out this Stinger figure, you could see that he's standing just about 5 inches tall. I mean, a little over 5 inches tall if you want to count the shoulders, but yeah, he's pretty short. And then here's Stinger next to the only other Deluxe Class Studio Series figure that I have. We have the first Transformers movie, Bumblebee, and you can see he's much shorter than the Stinger figure right over there. Sorry for not transforming him into alt mode earlier. You can understand why, alright? You don't want to see another meltdown on YouTube, do you? And then for your Stinger comparison, we have our new Studio Series version, and then we have the previous Deluxe Class version right there. And yeah, this new version is standing a little shorter. I still like how this looks, though. I don't know. It still looks neat, but yeah, I'm definitely going to have this newer version replace the previous Stinger on my shelf. Then here's Stinger next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Oh, what? Oh, back to work. All right, yeah. I want to give a big thanks to you guys for watching my video all the way through from the beginning to the end. It really does help out this YouTube channel a lot, so thank you so much. And I want to thank you for hitting that like button and leaving your comment below, as well as subscribing and hitting that notification bell. You gotta hit that notification bell, man. Anyway, I really do like this Stinger figure. Like I said, I had some ups and downs with it, but overall, I am happy with it. He does look cool on this Figma stand, so I am very pleased with that. The transformation isn't too bad or anything. The articulation could be better, but I gotta say, this isn't a bad piece, so I'm giving it a Sud rating of...
It's not too bad.
And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please go ahead and share your opinions in the comments section below. If you'd like to see a photo gallery of images, it should be over at ShartimusPrime.net. And do not forget to follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links to everything in the description below as well. I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
Crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face,